Hello and welcome back to the Midlands Outdoors channel, back with another video today, covering something interesting, a topic of UFOs, something that I've never covered before, because interestingly, 10 years ago, just into the Black Country, there was something very cool called the Dudley Dorito, a UFO that has appeared not only once, but several times, so we'll take a look at that in this topic of the video. But what really fascinates me with strange things like this is many things have been seen several times across the world, just a few sightings every day. And it is really amazing to see how many sightings there was overall for UFOs, because you could really expand on the topic. I'm not saying that I do believe in it, but I just find it really interesting. But you never know, further away into the universe, I'm talking millions of light years away, there could be something out there what we haven't discovered yet. And covering a topic like this is really interesting, something that gets swept under the carpet and doesn't get talked about much, like abductions that happen all across the world. People go missing. Could it be linked in? Who knows? And people have just vanished like that. UFOs get seen across the world every day, ranging from different sizes and different areas across the world. It's so fascinating to find out about these crafts and who spotted them. But could it really be UFOs, aliens from another planet? Or could it just be a covered up story? Or even a mysterious craft what we don't know about yet, like a plane, covered by the army or the Ministry of Defence?
Dude, that is a fucking drone, bro. There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not. That is an LNS, dude. Well, if there's like... Look at that thing. It's rotating. Nickel 6-1 Tango Roger, over. Oh, got it! Woohoo! Roger, there's troubleshooting. Did you box moving target? 602. No, I took an auto track. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow, look at it fly!
The Dudley Dorito appeared in the news in 2011. A mysterious triangle UFO, dubbed the Dudley Dorito, has reappeared in the region's skies, with the latest sighting reported near to the Midlands beauty spot. It says here, a mysterious triangle UFO was spotted over Merry Hill, Dudley, with video footage claimed to be the actual UFO itself. But could this Dudley Dorito UFO be real, or a military plane what's not been revealed to the public yet? It could just be something like this in the sky at the moment. It's really interesting, and I find it fascinating to cover things like this, but whatever it is has been spotted not only once, but several times. Could it be a coincidence? Who really knows? Just into the distance over there is Clent Hills, where the Hagley Wood sits right away at the bottom next to the Badger Set pub. This is actually where the Dudley Dorito appeared once more. It states here, property worker Gary Knock and his family were on the car park of the Badger Set pub, Hagley, when they saw the distinctive object flying overhead. It's quite strange, it's been spotted once, then again over into the Clent Hills section just over to there. It also says here the 52-year-old said the UFO, a black triangle with white lights at each end, was flying low altitude from the direction of Birmingham. Could it have really been that craft that day, the Dudley Dorito, if it was that Pacific UFO, fly directly over there, which has been spotted not only once, but a few times over the Black Country? But what really makes me wonder, Could it be a plane? A plane shaped like a Dudley Dorito, and people have been seeing it flying over here, probably as military tests, who knows? Nobody's ever going to know the truth of this Dudley Dorito because it hasn't been spotted since 10 years ago. There's been no more sightings of it ever since. Could it have been, like I said, military test that day? It does really make you wonder. And it does say there has been several reports of the Dudley Dorito spotted over Tipton, Brierley Hill and Albury itself. And it says there the UFO was last seen earlier this year, and that was dating back to 2011 by a security guard, Officer Glenn Richards, while in the back gardens of his home in Quarry Bank, who seen the craft go right away over, making no sound or any distinctive things for an aircraft itself. Not only has the Dudley Dorito been seen over the Black Country, the flying Dorito has also been seen by a dog walker on the Wrekin in Shropshire. It says here the black triangle-shaped UFO is a UFO mystery, has baffled thousands following several sightings in the recent years over the Black Country. A dog walker snapped these pictures while walking on the hill. Teacher Darren Edwards used his mobile to capture pictures of the unidentified shape as it passed overhead. Mr. Edwards from Lawley said, "I was walking out the dogs about 7:30 AM on the Wrekin and had stopped at the top for a rest to take in the views. I looked in the direction of Lawley and then over to Ironbridge, and I could make out a shape, a black shape moving slowly in the sky. I managed to get my mobile phone out to take a few snaps, and there it is clearly defined a black triangle shape." So once more, could it be again that that Dudley Dorito has been spotted not just in the Black Country, but further away by the Wrekin in Shropshire? There could have been other sightings across the UK. I mean, there's thousands of reports what I've discovered on the internet that have been released by the UK government, covering that in a little while in the video. But not only that, the Dudley Dorito itself has been spotted again. Not only that, but third time in 3 years. It says, in the latest sighting of the extraterrestrial tortilla chip, Quality Inspector Manesh Mystery 21 spotted the triangular object in the skies above his home in Tipton, West Midlands around 10:15 PM on Sunday. This is actually a picture of the UFO that was potentially captured. If this is actually really real, what could this object be? Could it be an advanced plane, like I mentioned at the start? Something what we don't know about yet. It's going through several tests. Maybe in many years time it could be released out into the public, a new plane. But it actually says down to it, a similar craft was actually spotted above Welshport, mid Wales in January this year. This is actually another shape, the Dudley Dorito once more. On April the 16th last year, builders worked on the West Midlands Safari Park were shocked to see a flying saucer shaped object soaring above them. While on the April the 4th, two bright orange UFOs shaped like Cornish pasties were spotted flying over Sedgley. Other hard to ignore triangle UFO sightings were also reported in Hales Owen in November 2007 and in Nottingham in October this year. So once more, there has been more sightings, not only for 3 times, but several sightings of this mysterious triangle UFO. What could it really be? It just really doesn't make sense. And in 2008, the Ministry of Defence released their UFO X-Files as part of a plan to appear more transparent on UFO research and sightings. Previously, details of classified reports were kept secret for 30 years, like you've seen at the start of the video, that footage from the Navy spotting UFOs going across the sky, going across the sea. It is really mysterious. Once more, if that footage is actually real, who really knows about that as well? Yeah, 31 now. So this is actually Graham Rollison spotted the object while he was walking his dog, and it is believed that taken on Friday the 14th of April 2023, a new updated version of it says the man thinks he's seen a donut UFO above Dudley 10 years after the Dudley Dorito. So apparently there's been another UFO spotting across the skies in Dudley. And it does say here he started filming it and it ended up with a clip showing the object spinning between 2 lights at 9:20 PM on March the 27th. The sighting, dubbed the Dudley Donut, becomes a decade after a triangle-shaped craft dubbed the Dudley Dorito caught on the nation's imagination. The dad of four said it was a nice bright night and you could see all the stars. It looked like a star at first, but then I thought stars don't move like that. I was looking at it moving. It was moving at the speed of a car, like 30 miles per hour. It was a weird shape. It looked like a donut. It sounds mad, but there was a hole in it. What if it was like a portal? There's a hole in it. It did confuse me. It could be a portal to somewhere else. What could that man have mysteriously seen that night? Could it have been a UFO? Could it have been a balloon travelling across the sky? You know how you've got the street lights, how it had the effect glowing right around the balloon, making it look like a spacecraft going all the way across. Very mysterious at all, who really knows, but that is actually some cases what have been spotted all the way across the Black Country, some bizarre ones to do with UFOs. So will the Dudley Dorito ever reappear in our news again, like it did 10 years ago? Who knows what we may see. I mean, things have been spotted all across the world, and there's so many reports like these, what you could just see of the screenshots now. I've actually got reports of UFO sightings, which is really interesting. So this is actually a list of UFO reports dating to 2009. So you can just see we've got like a table going all the way down with different results and different things what have been seen. So one of them is actually interesting. So this is actually one. On the 5th of January 2009 at 7 o'clock in the Midlands in Worcestershire, a V-shaped formation similar to how birds fly of 7 lights. It says moved rapidly across the sky, rotated slightly, then the lights split up and vanished. Lights were size and brightness of stars, no noise and no visible trails in the sky. So that's actually one sighting, but it's actually a V-shaped object that's been seen over the Midlands in Worcestershire. We've got tons going all the way down. You can see Blackpool, Exeter, London, going all the way down once more. There's so many across the country and it's just completely endless. But there is one here what's very local, and this one was taken on the 17th of March 2009 at 9 o'clock. It's strange how half of these UFO stuff are captured at midnight on this table here, and also just as the evening is getting a little bit more darker. So it says, a fireball travelling at extreme speed. It made no sound, heading from Coventry to Leominster. I do remember something of that in the newspaper somewhere about a fireball what was seen at the back areas over there travelling at very high speed. I think I remember seeing something about that. So what I will do, I'll drop this table within the description of the YouTube, so if you want to go and download it, then definitely feel free to take your time and read through all the interesting reports describing different shapes, how the UFO looked. It's so fascinating. I spent all last night reading through half of it, and there's some really interesting things that date local, like date from 2009, some local ones over there in the Black Country, ones that I'm in Worcestershire, and some of them are actually describing a triangle shape as what I mentioned, the Dudley Dorito. But definitely feel free to go through and read half of this. So personally myself, do I believe in UFOs? I'm on a border of 50-50. I think I may have seen something because I did drop it into a newspaper article. I seen this weird thing go across the sky and I said to my mum, does it actually look like balloons? Now I know when a balloon's travelling across the sky, it would just go across carefully, but this was very different what I seen, and I spotted it and actually caught it in my video what I was filming for my second channel of a Black Country magnet. So while I was magnet fishing, I noticed this strange thing come across the sky, and it just vanished after that, which is really strange. It ended up into the Birmingham Live, and this is actually the footage of it what I really captured. So it is very mysterious. There we go, you've seen the footage of that UFO or whatever it was. I mean, the word UFO, people describe it to be aliens. UFO means unidentified flying object. It doesn't necessarily mean linking into aliens itself. It's just something in the sky what you can't identify to call it a UFO. So it could be a plane, it could be anything, but you don't know what it is, so you refer it to it as a UFO. I mean, what I saw was very mysterious. It does baffle me today to what I've really seen, because here's a photo of what it looked like a bit closer up. I mean, I didn't have a good phone at the time to zoom in and take some really quality photos, but it did look like a disc-shaped object, and it didn't have any resemblances to a balloon at all, or anything at all like that. Chinese lanterns, obviously Chinese lanterns are banned. You don't see many of those go across the sky anymore. But it does make you wonder, it is a mysterious topic to talk about, and if there is anything out there, who knows, maybe in many years time, probably not in our generation, we may discover something out there in the universe. There is something up there, I do believe, but I don't know whether it's aliens, but I do believe there is some sort of other life form, because we're discovering many planets daily in the skies. I mean, NASA have discovered all these little exoplanets and various different things what we've never discovered before. You can imagine millions of light years away into the universe, there's something out there. But I think, will we ever find out today if there is something there? Will it be in our lifetime? Will it be in future generations' lifetime? Will we ever discover anything there what we ain't supposed to know about? I just wanted to cover this topic today because I found it really cool. UFOs is something that you can expand and talk about. I may come back to it in a later series of these videos, but I think the next one we're going to talk about is ghosts, and one of the most popular ones is who put Bella in the witch elm, which is only situated over there, and I'll go and show you where Bella was actually murdered and the witch elm tree. But thank you very much for watching the Midlands Outdoors Out, and there we go, a UFO's actually just come to take me away.